Hi everyone, this is Professor Davis, and I wanted to make a short video on how to create and format your references page. I'm going to be using just the databases, but the same kind of idea applies. I'll try and do one from Google that doesn't come from the databases. But I'm going to do this both in Microsoft and in Google Docs. I'm going to start by going through a bunch of the databases where you might have found good sources. The first one is EBSCOhost. Now, if you need to find your source again, make sure that when you find it that you have the exact title and the same year and that the source is the same one you used in your paper. And when you click on that source in EBSCOhost, it'll take you to this page right here. And then there's a little citation right here, the little quotation marks. I'm going to click on that. Gives me the APA 7. I'm going to copy that. And I've already copied and pasted, so I don't have to waste time. And then I would paste that over here. What you'll notice is that these sources are in alphabetical order by last name. But if I hadn't done that, I would just paste it right here. Same thing in Google Docs. Paste it over here. Here is the Oxford English Dictionary that has our synonyms and antonyms. Here's compassion. If I look up here, it says cite. Click on cite. I'll take APA 7, copy that to our clipboard, and then I would put it back over here. Here's a source and credo reference. I'm going to pick this first one. It comes from the Sage Encyclopedia of Children and Childhood Studies. I'm going to go over to the right-hand corner, click on cite, APA style, copy that, then I would paste it over into my Word doc or Google Doc. This is summon. I'm going to click on, let's say this was my source. And summon is a little tricky. It doesn't have updated citation for APA 7. So I'm going to click on citation. And it has the 6th edition. We can fix that by, we're going to copy the citation. This one is Hoff-Huey. Bring that over. Let's say I copied it. I'm going to do it over for y'all. I'm going to paste that first part, and I'm going to bring the cursor back up and do a space so that there's a space after the period. I'm going to go over here, and they do a nice job of giving us the permanent link to that source. I'm going to copy that URL. This is just in Summon. And then I'm going to paste it. And when you see the cursor blinking after the URL and each one of these things, once you press enter, it'll turn that into a URL, like a working hyperlink that I can use to click right to your source. And the last one from the databases I'm going to show is ProQuest. And you notice that it has a nice little site thing right here for us. It's going to give me lots of options. I'm going to take APA 7th edition, not the annotated one, just the basic one. Copy that. I already pasted it over here and here. And real quick, let's say that I'm looking for us. Let's say I have a source on modeling parental strategies. Let's say this is my source that I'm going to use in my paper. The author is Gretchen Hunter. And so I'm going to go after here. I'm going to put in Hunter, Gretchen, period. I'm going to take the title, Parental Behavior and Modeling Healthy Relationships. Put that in quotation marks. Nope, we don't have to do that. Parental behavior and modeling healthy relationships, period. First, I'm going to do the title by last name, then the author. I'm sorry. First, I'm going to do the author by last name, then the title. Then I'm going to look at what the source is. The source is Child and Family Development. And put that in italics, period. I don't see a year on this one. Let's see. Does it have a year of publication? I don't see it. So I'm going to say that it does not. You want to look probably more closely than I am even. But if there's no date, what we're going to do is we're going to go after the name and we're going to put in parentheses N period, D period for no date, and then close that parentheses. And the last thing we would need is we're just going to grab the URL. I'm going to copy that, paste it. Now I'm going to take that whole thing over because we want that in Microsoft as well. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control A. I'm in Microsoft right now. I'm going to change it to 12 point Times New Roman. Then I'm going to take the references. I'm going to center that. Then I'm going to highlight all the stuff underneath references. But not references, all the way over to here. Now that everything is highlighted, I'm going to go over to this little paragraph um, chevron over in the right bottom hand corner where it says paragraph. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to change the spacing to double. But the way I get the important kind of formatting is where it says special under indentation. I'm going to change this to hanging. It's giving me this in centimeters. So we want 1/2 inch. So we'll put 1.27 centimeters. Press OK. And look at that. It formatted it in a way that has hanging indentation. So the reader can scroll through your references page and see the last name sort of hanging out. Notice that it has the URL for a URL for each one of them. Now in Google Docs, we'll do the same thing. I'm going to center my references. Then I'm going to highlight everything underneath that. I'm going to change it. It's already 12 point Times New Roman. I already did that. And then I'm going to go over to Format, Align and Indent. I'm going to go to Indentation Options. It's a simpler box down here. We just click this and we click on Hanging and we put point or period 5. It's going to do it in inches for us. Nice. So it did the hanging indentation. While it's still highlighted, what I want to do is I also want to go over to Format, Line and Paragraph Spacing, and I'm going to change that from 1.15 to double. And there we have a beautiful references page. I can take out those extra spaces. And now it's one page. If I move the cursor down and press delete or backspace, it's going to make it one page. And that's how you create a references page. I look forward to seeing your essays soon, and please reach out if you have any questions.